Hello everyone and welcome to this week's functional mobility class. We're going to be working on our shoulders this week. You are going to need a TheraBand. You can use a scarf or a long towel or a strap or belt of some sort. You will also need a weight. We're looking for 5 to 10 pounds. You can use a kettlebell or dumbbell if you have one, or you can get creative and use a wine bottle, a milk jug, whatever you have laying around the house. You will just need one of them. All right, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to begin in a kneeling position with your arms straight out ahead, palms facing the ground, shoulders back and down, ribs tucked in. Bring your fingers back to your face and start curling your fingers to make tight fists. Do this 3 times. Keep pulling the back of your hand towards your face. Now push your fingers down and make tight fists again. Keeping the back of your hand still, only curling and opening your fingers. Come back to neutral. Flip your palms facing up towards the ceiling. Flex your fingers towards your face. Straighten your arms. Tight fist again. You'll notice that your hands don't want to curl up as much here. It's a very hard movement. Fingers down. And again, 3 more tight fists. Open and close. Come back to neutral. Flip your palms over. And now bend your elbows to bring your wrists close to your shoulders. Bring your fingers back to your shoulders, and again, tight fist from here. Open all the way and close. Try to keep pulling the back of your hand towards your shoulder, and now push your hand forward and tight fist again. Keep pushing the back of your hand down towards the ground, and now flip your hands around so now your palms are facing your shoulders. Bring your fingers to your shoulders, and then open and close, tight fist again. We're doing 3 in each position. Open your hands, point your fingers open so your palms are now facing up towards the ceiling, and 3 more open and close. Keep pulling that hand open as much as you can. Stay in a kneeling position and we're going to point our fingers back towards our feet with our hands down on the ground by our knees. And I want you to spider your fingers, so tense your fingers, push the palm of your hand into the ground and only bend your fingers, and grip the ground as hard as you can, and then start to bend your elbows. Relax. And now grip the ground as hard as you can. Really bend those fingers, keep pushing the bottoms of your knuckles down, the tops of your knuckles up, and relax. Again, spider your fingers, bend at the elbows, lengthen the forearm while simultaneously activating it, and relax. Then grip the floor. Imagine you're trying to scrunch up the floor underneath your fingers, bend the elbows, keep pulling them back a little farther each time, and relax. And now we're going to face our fingers towards the front. And we're going to push down the ground with all of our fingers. So nice flat hand and push as hard as you can. Push, 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 push. You'll notice that I'm lifting myself up as I'm pushing. And now lift your hand up off the ground and try not to let your fingers duck down any. Try to keep that 90-degree flex. And now push again. Lean forward a little bit more this time. Push the fingers. Nice flat hand. Push everything down into the ground. Push harder. And now lift off. Keep that 90-degree flex in your hands. Don't let the fingers dip down to the ground. And then place the hands back down. Lean forward a little bit more this time and push. See if you can lift off your entire body. Push so hard that everything starts to lift off the ground. And lift off. Keep pulling the fingers up towards the ceiling. And lean forward, push down into the ground, lean forward a little bit more each time you do this. Push, 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 and lift off. and relax. Go ahead and give your wrists a shake. Shake from side to side, top to bottom, back and forth, all around. Give them a nice roll. We're going to flex them the other way now. So put the back of your palm onto the ground. The farther back your hand is, the easier this will be. And then make a tight fist. Close and open. Close and open. The back of my palm is touching the ground. I'm pushing my hand into the ground and I'm opening and closing my palm. Now tight fist, clench. Tight, 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 tighter, tighter. And open. Do 5 more. 2, 3, 4, 5. Tight fist, clench, clench, clench. Tighter fist, hold it, and relax. 1 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and squeeze as tight as you can. Keep trying to bring your shoulders back as you squeeze your hand, and relax. Now make tight fists and put your knuckles together, and then place the back of your hands onto the ground. These are called drunken master push-ups. Now we're going to slowly straighten our arms and touch our elbows back to the ground. Straighten our arms, back to the ground. Each time, tighten your fist a little bit more. Only go as far up as your fist can stay tight. If your finger's starting to loosen up, then bend your arms a little bit more. Don't go as much. All the way down to the ground. Tight fist, straighten the arm, push the back of the hand into the ground. Straighten your arms. Back to the ground. Push the hand into the ground, straighten your arms, tight, tight fists, and up, back down, and up. Hold this one, tighter fist, straighten the elbows, keep squeezing, squeeze tighter, tighter, push the hands down, tighter fist, straighten the arms, and relax. Go ahead and place your hands right in front of your knees. Look forward and start drawing your chest in between your arms. Bring it forward as far as you can. And now push your spine away. Really hollow your spine. Bring it back forward. Squeeze it as far forward as you can. And then push it away. Tuck your pelvis in. Squeeze forward. Try to get as much arch as you can and push it away. With each repetition, try to pull your chest farther and farther forward through your arms, and then try to push your spine as far away from your arms as possible. Keep all the motion in your spine. Use your hips and your arms to help push your spine forward and then protract it towards the back. Now go ahead and place your left arm down on the ground, your fingers facing towards the back wall, and you're going to slice your arm at a 45-degree angle, like a rainbow, from one corner to the other. As you slice your arm, squeeze the glutes and lift the hips up. Each time you go, try to squeeze the glutes a little bit more and get the hips to lift a little bit higher. One side at a time, nice and slow. Place the hand, squeeze the glutes, lift up. Place the hand, squeeze the glutes, and lift up. Push them forward. Place the hand, strong arms here. Don't let your shoulders sink down. Keep it nice and strong so that you're working your entire spine. You're not letting any of your spine become lazy and get injured. Each time you push up, squeeze the glutes a little bit more to see if you can get more hip extension. As you place your hand, look down at your hand. And last side. Squeeze the glutes and reach. And come back to center. Extend your left arm out straight. Roll your shoulder back and down. Make sure that that shoulder is pushing down. Tuck the ribs. And now push your arm forward like you're trying to push something away. And now retract it back like somebody is pulling your shoulder back. Push forward, keep the shoulder down, and back. Forward and back. Actively think about drawing your shoulder away from your ear. Try to keep your shoulder as far away from your ears as possible. Keep the ribs tucked in, push forward, retract it back. As we retract it back, the natural tendency is that our shoulder will want to come up towards our ear. Don't let it. Keep thinking of using those scapula muscles, all those shoulder muscles, to pull it back down across our shoulder blade. Push forward, retract back, push forward, and back. Now for the other side. So again, arm out straight, hand flexed. Roll the shoulder back and down, lock it into place, tuck the ribs, push forward, reach out, and retract back. Push forward, retract back. Keep thinking of pulling that shoulder away from your ear. Push it down as far as you can. If you need to have your hand up on your shoulder as a physical cue, that is super helpful. Tuck the ribs in, push the shoulder forward and back. Keep drawing it down. Keep the arms straight. Your arm's gonna wanna bend as you pull your shoulder back. Don't let it. Keep it straight. Push forward and retract back. Now, we're going to move into swimmers. Start with your hands behind your head. Lift up, out to a T. Rotate your palms to the back. Come to the low back and relax. Hover from the low back, out to a T. Rotate to the front, straight up, and behind the head. Hover and relax. Hover, straight up, out to the side. Rotate the palms, low back, hover, and relax. Hover the hands, out to a T, rotate to the front, straight up, bend the elbows, hover, and relax. Hover, straight up, out to the side, rotate the palms, to the back, hover, and relax. Lift the palms, rotate, straight up, bend the elbows, and relax. Hover, straight arms, reach out to the side, rotate the palms to the low back, and relax. Lift the hands out to the side, rotate to the front, straight up, hover, and relax. Straight up, out to the side, rotate the palms, low back, and relax. Keep the ribs tucked in, rotate the palms, straight up, bend the elbows, hover, and relax. For this next one, if you can, make your way to a wall, and we're going to place our foot about a hand width away. So left foot is going to be bent up next to the wall, right foot against the wall, and then place your left hand between your foot and the wall and extend your right hand up. So we have a nice twist in our spine. You're going to be using your left knee to draw your shoulder closer to the wall and extending up with the right hand. And now push as hard as you can with your top hand into the wall. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now lift the hand off the wall and extend it back. Get a bigger twist. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now bring it back to the wall and push again as hard as you can. 10, 9, 8, 7. Push. 4, 3. Push more. push, push, and now bring it off the wall. Get a bigger twist. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And again, bring it back to the wall. Push your shoulder in with your left knee and push your top right hand into the wall. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring it out. Open up that body even more. Keep pushing your bottom shoulder in with your knee. Extend that top right hand out a little bit more. Twist open more, and relax. Go ahead and take it over to the other side now. So your right knee is going to be out in front. Your left hip and foot and knee is going to be against the wall. Stick your right hand between your right foot and the wall, your left hand extended straight up. And now push as hard as you can with your left hand into the wall. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now lift, get more twist. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now bring it back and push that hand into the wall. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And lift it off and get a bigger twist with the top left hand. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back to the wall and push. Keep using that right knee to push your right shoulder closer to the wall. Push, push, push with that left hand. 4, 3, 2, 1. And lift off. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. Go ahead and make your way back to a kneeling position and find your weight. So what we're going to be doing is extending our arms straight overhead. Our elbow is going to be close to our head, so our palm is going to be facing towards the center. Grab your weight, lift it up, and we're going to be shrugging our shoulder all the way up to our ear and then pushing it down away. So shrug, 2, 3, and push it down away from our ear. Shrug, 2, 3, push away. And shrug, 2, 3, push away. Shrug it up, 2, 3, push away. Shrug it up, 2, 3, push away. As you push it away, try to keep that arm nice and straight. Up, push away. Shrug it up to the ear, 2, 3, and push it down. Shrug it up to the ear, 2, 3, and switch arms. Bring your arms straight up, elbow towards the center, shrug your shoulder up to your ear, and push it down. Up to your ear, 2, 3, push it down. Keep the ribs in, 2, 3, push it down. Shrug it up, 2, 3, push it down. And up, 2, 3, push it down. Nice straight arms. Up, 2, 3, push it down. Up, 2, 3, push it down. Up, 2, 3, push it down. And bring the weight down and relax. Now you can find your strap or TheraBand or belt or scarf, whatever you have. You want to grab it about shoulder width distance apart, maybe a little bit wider. Pull your shoulders down actively away from your ears and lift your hands up as far as you can without your shoulders going up at all. So for me, that's not very far above 90. Each time you move up, pull your shoulders down more away from your ears. Pull them down, lift the hands, and come back down. Pull the shoulders down, tuck the ribs, lift the hands. Now shrug up all the way to your ears, lift the shoulders, squeeze the scaps, and bring your hands all the way around to the back. Exhale, Take a deep breath in, shrug the shoulders up, squeeze the scaps, and lift them all the way up and over to the front. As soon as they pass over your ears, push the shoulders down and come back down. Depress the shoulders, lift as far as you can. Inhale, shoulders up to the ears, pass through and down. Big exhale and inhale in, all the way up and over. Shrug the shoulders. As soon as they make it through, push the shoulders down and come down. Every time you pass through, start with your shoulders down, then exaggerate that inhale up to shrug your shoulders up to your ears and make that pass through to the back. As you pass them through, keep the shoulders shrugged up and use your scapula. Squeeze your shoulder blades together to help them pass through. Think of your shoulders going up and over, not just making them pass over. As soon as you bring your shoulders back and around, push them down as quickly as possible before you bring your hands down. Also, as you bring your shoulders up and over, take a big deep breath in, and that will help you get them up and over around. Now go ahead and keep your hands at the same distance or maybe walk them a little bit closer. And we're going to start with our left arm as our anchor. And we're going to bring our right arm up and around. Then anchor our right arm and bring our left arm up and around. These are called around the world. So anchor the left, right arm around. Anchor the right, left arm around. Anchor the left, right arm around. Anchor the right, left arm around. Try to keep the ribs tucked, and we want to do the same thing that we were just doing. So as we bring the shoulder up and around, think of elevating it up towards our ear, using our scapula to squeeze it over. Exhale on the down, inhale on the up. And now switch sides. So anchor the right, left arm around, anchor the left, right arm around. Anchor one, bring the other one around, and then switch. Anchor one and bring the other around. Remember to bring those shoulders up to your ears as you bring that arm around. And be generous with yourself. Don't overdo it. If your arms start to bend or you feel struggle as you're trying to get your arms around, then give yourself a little bit more length on your strap. Now go ahead and take your strap and fold it in half, and you're going to grab the top of the strap with one hand, drape it over your back, and then grab the bottom of the strap with the other hand. And try to get your hands as close as you can, and then extend them out as straight as you can. Readjust, try to extend them straight, bring them in, and extend. Each time you extend, try to get the arms a little bit straighter. We have 6 of these total. Bring them in and extend. And one more, bring them in and extend. Try to get them all the way straight. And now walk your bottom hand down a little bit so you have a lot more room and you can easily get your arms straight. Once you have them straight, tuck the ribs in and lock them into place. And we're going to seesaw our arms from top to bottom. Our ribs are locked in place and our arms are playing tug of war. So pull at the bottom, pull at the top. 6 times, pull from top to bottom. Only your shoulders are moving. And now, lock your shoulders in place and let the rib cage open and close. Shoulders are locked in place and we're opening and closing our rib cage here. All the way open, all the way close. And open and close. Open and close. We're doing 6 in each variation. So now go ahead and switch arms. So you're going to drape it over your back with your left hand, grab it with your right hand. Thumbs are facing towards each other, pointing towards each other. Now start with them towards your back and then try to straighten. You want your hands to be in a straight line going down the center of your back So make sure you're not rotating from one side to the other. And with each repetition, try to make your arms just a little bit straighter to the back, then straighten to the back, and straighten. And now readjust your hands, give yourself a little bit more room so that you can easily straighten your arms. Again, on your center line, hands are one on top of each other. Now you're going to play tug of war. Ribs are left in place and you're pulling your top arm and then pulling with your bottom arm. A seesaw tug of war between your arms. We're doing 6 repetitions. Lock the shoulders, and now we're opening it and closing just the rib cage. Close the ribs, flare them open. And close, flare them open. Keep tension in the band, keep pulling your arms against each other, but make sure your shoulders are locked in place here and our ribs are doing all the work. Shrug forward, open up, and relax. You can lose the band now and come to a kneeling position. Take a deep breath in, extend your arms up overhead, and bend over towards the side. Start by bending at your rib cage, then look up towards the ceiling, and bend a little bit more. Think of extending that hip out to the side, and come back up. Deep breath in, extend up, start bending from the rib cage, look up towards the ceiling, bend a little bit more, shift the hips over towards the opposite side, come back to center, deep breath in, look up, start bending over to the first side. Each time try to go a little bit farther, keep the ribs tucked in, make sure you're not bending at the pelvis. You want your whole torso to be in one two-dimensional plane. So no flaring out the ribs, no tucking the pelvis. You want everything to be nice and flat. Extend up, deep breath in, and start reaching over. You can have your hands clasped together. That will help give you a little more tension between your arms. Deep breath in, reach over to the second side. Reach, 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 and come back to center. Go ahead and stay up in a kneeling position. We're going to bring one arm down by our feet. And again, slice over at a 45. This time though, we're gonna look all the way over to the back, switch our arms, and then come around to the front. So we're gonna do a full circle. Switch the direction, plant one hand, look around to the back, the other hand, and to the front. Plant the hand, slice to the back, plant the other hand, slice to the front. Plant one hand, slice to the back, plant the other hand, slice to the front. While you're doing this, there are 2 things that you need to make sure that you're careful of. You always want to be squeezing your glutes. While you squeeze your bottoms, that's going to protect your lumbar. It's going to keep pushing your hips forward, and it's going to keep you from putting too much weight into your low spine. Where you also want to make sure that you're super strong is in your shoulders. As you plant your hand, activate your shoulders so that it doesn't sink down to the ground, and then walk it around. Go ahead now and let's stretch out all those muscles that we've been using. So interlock your fingers and sway them from side to side in a nice and gentle figure 8. Or an infinity. I guess it's a figure 8 on its side. Nice big movements. Really try to feel every single one of those muscles that we worked today. Now uncross your fingers and recross them the weird way. So you're going to switch which finger was on top. And now go from side to side like you're driving a car. Push your shoulders back towards the wall behind you. Side to side, nice and gentle. Then we'll meet back in the center Take 2 fingers, place them on the side of your head, and gently, gently pull your neck over. If you want a little bit more of a stretch, you can reach your arm down towards the ground. Think of gently pulling your shoulders away from your ears as your head starts to rest over on one side. Really get a good lengthening in those traps by pulling your other arm down to the ground. And switch sides. Use 2 fingers to gently guide your head over to one shoulder. Pull your shoulders down away from your ears, nice and gentle. Extend your other arm towards the ground to really get a good stretch across those traps. And that's all for today. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you guys have a great week, and we will see you next time. Cheers.